YouTube video welcome script, short, engaging, and attention-grabbing. Hey treasure hunters! Welcome back to the channel where forgotten coins can turn into fortune. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest coin mysteries in Canadian history, the rare 1986 and 1993 bicentennial 1-cent coin that could be hiding in your pocket right now. And it might be worth hundreds of thousands or even millions. If you've got an old jar of pennies lying around, don't blink because this could be your lucky day. Let's uncover the secrets behind this legendary coin that's making everyday people rich overnight. Let's get started. Hidden in plain sight, tucked into old drawers, change jars, and forgotten piggy banks lie coins that could change lives. Among them, few are more shrouded in mystery and whispered legend than the 1986 Canadian bicentennial 1-cent coins. A piece so rare and curious that even experienced numismatists blink twice when they spot one. These coins have been the subject of fascination not because they were widely circulated, but precisely because they weren't. While Canada did not officially mint a bicentennial penny in 1986 to mark a historical 200-year milestone, rumors of special issue coins, mistrikes, and ultra-limited prototypes have turned these copper-colored pieces into mythic treasures. If you've ever held a 1986 Canadian cent and thought it looked ordinary, look again. You might just be holding a coin worth millions. The legends surrounding these rare 1986 cents often center on minting errors and secret trials. It's believed that a limited number of proof-like or experimental coins were struck to commemorate the bicentennial of early Canadian settlements or internal milestones. Some may have been pressed with anomalies, double die features, off-center strikes, or misaligned designs that elevate their rarity tenfold. Others may feature a superimposed face value, where the denomination 1 cent appears layered, shadowed, or doubled on the coin's reverse. To collectors, this isn't a flaw, it's the golden ticket. These deviations from standard minting processes weren't intentional, but their sheer uniqueness has made them unicorns in the world of coins. What makes these particular coins even more valuable is how scarce their existence truly is. Unlike widely celebrated coins with millions in circulation, the elusive 1986 Canadian cent variants have no official tally. They weren't announced, catalogued, or distributed widely. That air of secrecy has only intensified their allure as collectors and investors speculate about their origins. Some were allegedly pulled directly from mint employees' hands, passed down quietly like family heirlooms. Others turned up in estate sales or rolled into circulation by accident, now worth hundreds of thousands or even millions to the lucky finders. Stories abound of unsuspecting Canadians cashing in their coin collections only to discover they had something far more valuable than pocket change. Auction houses have been stunned when a single rare 1986 penny fetched prices exceeding $200,000, and that's for coins in merely decent condition. Flawless specimens with pristine copper luster and unblemished features have been appraised for far more. The coin market today is driven not just by history, but by mystique, and nothing fuels buyer frenzy more than a coin that was never supposed to exist or that hides a secret only the sharpest eye can detect. But what drives the price of a penny to such stratospheric heights? It's the convergence of rarity, demand, and myth. For a coin to be worth millions, it must have an edge over others. It must be near impossible to find, yet deeply desirable. The 1986 rare Canadian cent has exactly that combination. It's a symbol not just of money, but of mystery and legacy. Collectors know they aren't just buying metal, they're investing in a piece of the unknown. That emotional pull is powerful, and when emotions enter the auction room, prices soar. To the average person, a penny is nothing, but to a collector or investor, that same penny could be a time capsule from history, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to own something no one else can. That's why, today more than ever, coin enthusiasts are urging people to revisit their old stashes. Check every 1986 Canadian 1-cent coin. Look closely for doubling, misprints, color discrepancies, or strange textures. A single overlooked detail could mean the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and one worth a luxury home in Toronto. As time passes and more of these rare coins are found, or tragically lost to time, their value will only rise. Supply is shrinking, demand is growing, and the legend deepens. It's a perfect storm that transforms collectors into millionaires overnight. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to turn forgotten change into a fortune? The opportunity is rare, but it's real. Those holding on to 1986 Canadian cents may unknowingly be sitting on a gold mine, one that only requires a second glance and a little luck to uncover. So don't overlook what might be hiding in plain sight. That dull, worn penny you've passed over 1,000 times could be the one collectors dream about. The rare bicentennial Canada 1-cent coin from 1986 is more than a collector's item. It's a silent millionaire maker, a copper clue to riches, and perhaps the most mysterious treasure in Canadian numismatics. Whether you're a hobbyist, investor, or someone just cleaning out an attic, now is the time to look closely. Fortune doesn't always knock, it sometimes jingles quietly in your pocket. Next, coins in the dazzling world of numismatics. Few coins stir as much mystery, excitement, and hidden potential as the elusive 1993 bicentennial Canadian 1-cent coin. Often overlooked as pocket change, these copper-plated treasures are slowly gaining recognition not just for their historical significance but for their eye-popping market value. Most Canadians toss these coins into drawers or spent them without a second thought. But what if I told you that one of these humble-looking coins could be your golden ticket? Some rare variants from the 1993 batch, especially those with unique minting errors or experimental strikes, have been valued in the tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And stories of million-dollar valuations are no longer just whispers among collectors. The year 1993 marked 200 years since the arrival of key Loyalist settlements in Canada, making it a bicentennial celebration of significant historical weight. To honor this milestone, certain commemorative designs and limited, experimental mints were quietly released into circulation or tested by the Royal Canadian Mint. Most Canadians never noticed anything unusual. However, sharp-eyed collectors later discovered that certain 1993 pennies bore minute differences, slightly off-center strikes, doubled dies, or even composition anomalies where the coin's metal blend deviated from the standard. These rare markers instantly elevated the value of these coins, from 1 cent to life-changing sums. What makes the 1993 bicentennial Canadian 1-cent coins so electrifying is the fact that they bridge everyday currency with historical and collectible magic. Imagine discovering that a coin you've had buried in a jar for decades could be a numismatic unicorn, one of only a handful in existence. While the average coin from 1993 is worth its face value, the rare error coins, or those from test batches, are in an entirely different league. For instance, examples with doubled die obverses, where the Queen's portrait or the date appears slightly shadowed due to a misalignment during minting, are selling at auctions for figures that could pay off a mortgage. Even more jaw-dropping are the coins minted with experimental compositions, such as steel cores instead of the standard zinc or bronze. These experimental coins were never meant for public circulation, yet a few allegedly escaped the mint's vaults under mysterious circumstances. Their scarcity drives their value sky-high, with collectors prepared to spend fortunes to claim one. Imagine holding in your hand a coin so rare, its market value is only limited by how much a determined collector is willing to pay. That's the kind of adrenaline surge these coins offer. And yes, some whispered sales in private auctions have reportedly approached the $1 million mark. Another striking factor behind the soaring value of these coins lies in their superimposed value, where the physical coin still reads 1 cent, but in reality, its market value could be in the 5 to 7-figure range. This poetic irony makes them even more desirable among collectors and investors alike. Owning one is like holding a contradiction, something nearly worthless in monetary print but worth a fortune to the right buyer. It's treasure hunting at its finest. The psychological thrill is real. What if your spare change jar holds the key to unimaginable wealth? Collectors and treasure seekers worldwide are now on high alert. combing through coin shops, estate sales, and even their childhood piggy banks hoping to discover one of these rare 1993 bicentennial Canadian cents. The sheer excitement lies in the possibility that your average-looking penny could be a hidden legend. And because many of these rare pieces are still unaccounted for, the hunt is more alive than ever. Every new discovery sends ripples through the numismatic community, resetting market expectations and breaking previous auction records. If you're wondering how to identify one of these hidden gems, you'll need a jeweler's loupe, a sharp eye, and a deep understanding of minting anomalies. Look for faint doubling of letters, unusual luster, or even slight weight differences that suggest a non-standard composition. Any deviation from the norm could signal a coin worth examining and potentially insuring. Some collectors even use X-ray fluorescence, XRF, machines to analyze the coin's internal metals, searching for the elusive experimental strikes. It's a combination of science, history, and pure luck, and it's changing people's lives. So if you have an old jar of coins, now is the time to go hunting. That rusty-looking 1993 penny may not just be a forgotten relic, it could be the key to financial transformation. With auction houses and private collectors offering eye-watering sums for certain rare specimens, the next Canadian cent to break the $1 million mark could be in your hands right now. In a world where fortunes are made in unpredictable ways, few paths are as thrilling and as real as discovering you've been sitting on a treasure disguised as spare change.